The window to your soul is more than just a beautiful shade. It's a genetic map detailing your ancestors' epic journey across the globe. When you look in the mirror, you're not just seeing a color. You're seeing the result of ancient survival strategies, bold migrations, and a little bit of evolutionary luck. But before we decode what your specific shade reveals about your lineage, we first have to understand the main ingredient that paints your iris in the first place. The secret is a powerful pigment called melanin. Think of it as your body's ultimate shield against the sun. For our early ancestors, particularly those braving the intense African savanna, it was a matter of life and death. This pigment is so potent that it can absorb almost all the light that hits it, acting like a permanent pair of sunglasses built directly into your eye. This isn't just about comfort, it's about protection, shielding delicate DNA from damaging UV radiation. But what happens when this protective layer is reduced or altered? The answer to that question lies in a dramatic shift that changed humanity's appearance forever. Consider the most common shade on the planet. If you have this rich, earthy tone, you are carrying the biological baseline of our species. Because it absorbs so much light, it also reduces glare, offering a distinct advantage in bright, sunny environments, which is why it's the dominant shade closer to the equator. Under a dim candlelight, you might see flashes of gold or amber dancing in the iris. Don't be fooled. It's not a color change. It's just a trick of the light revealing the intricate structure of your eye. Now, what about the lighter shades that captivate us? Surprisingly, the color of a clear, bright sky doesn't come from a blue pigment at all. The truth is, if you have this eye color, you are part of a relatively recent genetic club. Every single person with this shade is a descendant of one single individual who lived between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago. A simple genetic hiccup, a mutation in the HERC2 gene, essentially turned off the melanin production. This resulted in an iris lacking pigment. When light hits this blank canvas, it scatters, and the shortest blue wavelengths are bounced back at us. The exact same scientific principle that makes the sky look blue. This structural quirk makes your eye color appear to shift from an icy Arctic tint to a soft, stormy gray, depending on the light. Rapidly, this trait swept through Northern Europe in just a few thousand years, reaching near 100% frequency in some areas. So, why did this become so common? Was it a biological advantage? A few hypotheses exist. One suggests that with less pigment to block light, these eyes might allow for better vision in the dim, dark forests and long winters of the north, letting in more photons to help you see. Another idea points to sexual selection. It was so rare and striking that it was considered highly attractive, prompting our ancestors to choose partners with this captivating gaze. Recent genetic analysis of ancient remains even reveals that some of these early Europeans sported light eyes alongside dark skin, turning our old assumptions about the order of evolution on its head. Then, there's the rarest variant of this lighter shade, found in less than 3% of the population. This is the eye color of the enigma. It contains even less melanin than its blue cousin, creating a diffuse scattering effect across all wavelengths, not just blue. This results in a distinctive, metallic appearance that can shift from a stormy silver to a cool slate. Culturally, this shade is often associated with wisdom and emotional control, perhaps because the lack of rich color makes it harder to read someone's emotions at a glance. Now we arrive at the rarest solid color on the planet, present in only about 2% of the global population. Reaching this shade requires a precise genetic cocktail of over a dozen different genes working in perfect harmony. They sit in a golden sweet spot containing moderate melanin and a yellowish pigment called lipochrome. When light hits this specific combination, the result is a brilliant dynamic hue that is chemically unstable. This eye color is known to be highly sensitive to its environment. It might appear mossy green in the shadows, then transform into a golden green under direct sunlight, and sometimes even flirt with hazel or gray tones depending on what you're wearing. This chameleon-like quality has earned it a spot in folklore across cultures, from being linked to witchcraft in medieval Europe to possessing special powers in Greek mythology. Evolutionarily, this color likely offered the best of both worlds, a balance of UV protection from the moderate melanin and enhanced light sensitivity for more variable climates, such as the forests of the British Isles. They are most common in people of Celtic and Germanic ancestry, but they can appear anywhere the genetic combination is just right. If your eyes are a mix of brown and green, they are the ultimate chameleons. Unlike others, this color truly shifts based on lighting, clothing, and surroundings. This isn't just an optical illusion, it's a physical phenomenon driven by an intermediate level of melanin. Sitting right in the middle of the melanin spectrum, these eyes are versatile, offering moderate protection and moderate sensitivity. What makes this shade so unpredictable is the fact that no two are alike. One person might have an iris that is predominantly green with brown flecks, while another might be mostly brown with a green ring. This blend of colors makes them seem mysterious and emotionally expressive, and historically they have been viewed as a sign of unpredictability and trustworthiness. Beyond the mix of brown and green lies a solid, metallic shade so rare it is often mistaken for the other two. Found in less than 5% of people, these eyes are saturated with lipochrome and very little melanin, resulting in a solid golden copper hue that rarely changes. Unlike other shades that shift, this one stays rich and consistent under all conditions. This stable, intense coloration is common in predatory animals like wolves and eagles, which might explain why we instinctively associate this eye color with intensity and confidence. Evolutionarily, this color might have been less about adapting to the sun and more about social signaling, a striking appearance that was selected for simply because it was attention-grabbing. And what about the darkest shade? True black doesn't actually exist in human eyes. What appears as a deep, endless void is actually an extreme concentration of dark brown melanin. This saturation makes them the most effective at absorbing light and providing maximum protection from the sun's harsh rays. In the sun-drenched equatorial regions, this provides a clear and vital edge. This concentration minimizes eye strain and lowers the risk of UV-related damage over a lifetime. Culturally, the deep, dark nature has led to it being linked with mystery, strength, and a depth of character that some find unreadable. Finally, we have the condition that breaks all the rules. Affecting less than 1% of the population, this is the genetic anomaly where the body's symmetry is disrupted. It usually happens due to minor genetic mutations or localized changes during early development, where the pigment distributes unevenly. Historically, these are perhaps the most mystical eyes of all, seen as a sign of duality, supernatural connection, or divine favor in various cultures. They shatter the visual symmetry we subconsciously expect. So, what does all this mean? Your eyes are a living fossil of your family's past. They tell the story of ancient journeys across scorching savannas, of hardy pioneers navigating the darkest northern forests, and of all the unique paths humanity has taken to populate the earth. They are a beautiful reminder that your appearance is not just a matter of chance, but the result of thousands of years of survival and adaptation. Your eyes are the living signature of every ancestor who came before you. Before we go, if you found this exploration into your own genetics fascinating, let us know in the comments which eye color you have and if you think it matches your personality. In your gaze, you carry the entire history of human migration. Also, please make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. This channel is all about exploring the incredible stories hidden within our reality. I'm your host, and this has been Winds of Thought.